Hi and welcome to part 9 of this series. In this part we're going to ride through a region known as the Switzerland of Tibet on our route to Everest. We're going to take a look at some bridges, small like this and not quite so small. And we land up on a rave at 4,700 metres or 15,500 feet in the air. So as always, here's the complete route, and this video covers that little section there that's flashing. This takes us from Ranwu village to Nyingchi. So here we have a beautiful morning as we leave Ranwu village. Got a little herd of yaks, whatever, I think it's either one. This is the Ranwu lake that we can see here. You can see how clear that is and how calm. And this river here is a fantastic colour as well, reminiscent of the glacial melts around Interlaken in Switzerland. Here we have another overhanging section. Not a famous one though, I don't think this time. And I want to point out here that I've got no petrol indication and I've also got no cruise control. So what's happened is when the mechanic disconnected the clutch switch in at the end of video 6, the petrol indicator and the cruise control also work off that switch, and I believe so does the fuel injection for deceleration, although if that made any difference I didn't notice it. But then we are at altitude here. So we just continue along this valley road. It's beautiful, towering mountains and pine forests. There's Gav. And yep, you guessed it, it's a tailback. So if you watched a few of these, you'll be seeing a pattern, which is that we have these great roads, beautiful tunnels, and every so often you just hit one of these tailbacks. It's probably 2 kilometers long. You're probably going to be in it for about an hour. And at the end there'll be a kind of barricade with a soldier or someone standing there just telling you not to go. So in this case, one of the riders says it's going to be an hour.
Whoa, wow.
So we switch off and get off and walk around. So I decided to take the 360 camera down to this little bridge and have a look at the river. It's a cool little bridge across a turbulent river. And then as we saunter back, suddenly all the engines go on and we realise we've got to get moving. So we've got a very short time to get all geared up again and get my stuff together and get moving. I've speeded this little section up just so you can see all these identical trucks. And here are these awesome big mountains, again reminiscent of Switzerland for sure. We get a couple of these gravelly off-road sections. And here we see some monks walking along the side of a road. As we get closer to Lhasa, we're going to see more and more of these people. So there's men and women, and they're walking to the temple at Lhasa. So they take a few steps and then they drop to their faces and adopt a kind of prayer position and then swing their arms 3 times, stand up and continue walking. So it must take absolutely ages to get there. and it's certainly an undertaking. We're going to see more and more as we go along. It's fascinating. There's Doug getting upset with somebody. And some army guys doing roadworks. Little gathering here at the side of the road. There's more of these walking pilgrims. So now we reached our first largest town, and this is a coffee stop. Unfortunately,
Hey, what's going on? Okay, I want refund.
luckily the Wallace Burger and Chicken is open, so we have fast food today, which makes a change from all the awesome Chinese food we've been having. And now we hit the Tongmai Special Bridge. So this is a kind of critical bridge on the 318 Sichuan-Tibet Highway across the Yiong Tsangpo River. Here there's 3 bridges spanning the river, and they're all in the same place, but they're from different historical periods. Here's one of the older bridges from the viewing platform. Again, I've speeded this section up just so you can see all the trucks in this army convoy. Couple of bulls going at it. And here we pass probably the longest tailback of the entire trip. This might have been 5 kilometers long, and it was uphill. I've spared you that. Here's the Sejila Mointain pass, and there's some kind of rave going on. There's a couple of friends that I made on the way up as we darted in and out of the cars. As we arrive at Nyingchi, just remember that bike shop there. We come here for dinner. It's a barbecue type of fare. The next day we go back to that bike repair shop. Just look at the stuff in there. He actually has a sensor for my bike, so he's able to install a new one in there. However, when I drive away, I've still got no petrol and no cruise control. So I decided to wait till I get back to Thailand and put a Triumph part in the meantime I go and get my bike washed. Then I take a walk around Nyingchi. So we have dinner here, and then the next day we head to Samye. So we pass more pilgrims along the way. And we arrive at Samye, and this is Samye Monastery that we go and visit. He's got some very awesome artwork inside it. We have and we have a bit of bike trouble. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks now, bye.